Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early to avoid missing their tram.
Looks like folks holed up here after the fighting started. Guess not everybody was eager to take sides.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left from
Matriarch's Mercy lies directly ahead.
With the order.
This unit is ready to proceed when you are, Commander.
Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the
Somebody help
Sentinels.
us!
Try
Anybody,
it, you doddering
please!
rattletrap. Such threats compel me no longer. I now answer to no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone
Stranger,
will.
Unwarranted
the Order
optimism
bids you
may
welcome,
be a
but
sign of
also
a more
warns.
serious imbalance. Please see a curativist before boarding.
Dismantled politely.
A gentle reminder to all non-order residents of Matriarch's Mercy. Exclusion zone entry is respectfully discouraged.
Exponential increase in local population detected.
Another refuge. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather hectic of late. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out. Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts. Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here. Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
I remember this place before the war. Functioning tramiculars. Peaceful silence in the canyons.
I can't recall the last time this region was silent.
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the Order. I'm not in the prediction business.
By the law. It's you. Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help. Since you aren't a refugee, I hope you understand that I can't...
You're right. The universe does not...
you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Yes, the presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, due to our need for compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution. Besides the highly caustic Zyranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
Fascinating. Your fear response must be suffering from some impairment. Likely the result of a traumatic brain injury. I'd have to open you up to be sure.
A generous offer, my friend, but I don't think the agent is interested in exploratory surgeries at the moment. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zyranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence of your lack of good judgment.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence, but if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the Manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings. Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you, I will.
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel.
Not half as much as we value our benevolent overlord.
Error. Unable to interpret query due to unidentified actor.
No, it's not like that at all. In fact, what would you put our combined efficacy rate at these days, Wiley?
I won't trouble our good agent here with the exact calculation, but the percentage is considerable.
I dread the day your immeasurable talent finally propels you into the upper echelons. Truly, Landon, the Order doesn't realize what it has in you.
To inform you, Zyranium Manufactory 7 is presently under lockdown. Unauthorized entry is barred due to contrivance malfunction, laboratory mishap, and/or miscellaneous unspeakable dangers.
Please call again at a more convenient time.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zyranium Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Wait, you have a writ? From the abbot? But we don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... yes, sir.
This is Factor Maytucking. Am I to understand you have orders from the abbot? Quite convenient for you. I have no way of verifying without allowing you entry. Very well. Come inside and we'll see this sorted. Building on the left.
Yes, right over here. You're not getting down below. So, the abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? Interesting timing. May I see it then? The writ? Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route, but fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away. The recent attack may have originated from this facility, but I assure you it was not at our hand. We have no desire to resume open warfare with Auntie's choice. One of our transport pods, filled with Zyranium, was diverted toward, or more specifically at, their location. Though functionally correct, I assure you. The transport pods are fired into space, where they are collected for redistribution. To date, no one has ever misused them for this purpose, despite the explosive nature of the material. Fortunately, we have potentially identified the culprit, and we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below, which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the Manufactory operations. Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below, a move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions. I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you are on hand to corroborate current suppositions. May your query yield favorable results.
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zyranium. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tinges and flinders. Wait, so...
Initiate Alpha, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at...
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I listen to any of you?
Emergency detoxification initiated. What's her name? Took over.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. A low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. But I'm now realizing how little we actually know about her. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. But I haven't even told you the worst part. How Alva took control. The subsequent, albeit strangely indirect, obloquy and vituperation. The lives lost. Whatever for. We've already established her guilt. Failed to see the use, frankly. I suppose some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. Presuming she doesn't kill us all in the meantime. I'll be in my office. Let me know once she's no longer a problem.
Now, this is important. Would you describe the Varakian's calicity as slavering when it attacked? How much viscous fluid would you estimate was involved?
I don't know anything about the...
Of course she's hiding something. You think those two exemplars are just hell wrong? They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury.
Investigator?
Oh, hello.
A visitor. And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire. Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who is that you brought with you? A friend. Another Earth Directorate agent, I see. Seems sad.
Is she talking about me?
Oh, my. That Earth Directorate support mech is a design classic. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. I was apparently at the wrong point in space at the wrong point in time. Really? Do you see me, a saboteur? Oh, don't they always attempt to, flee the scene? I'll tell you exactly what happened. Our transport pod leveled outpost opportunity. I immediately realized someone must have bypassed my terminal. I initiated a lockdown to block further tampering. Had I not, additional attacks may have continued. Now, despite a long record of dedicated service, who's being blamed for this calamity? Me, somehow. I hate to speak poorly of management, but we workfolk around the Manufactory consider the Proctor something of a petty bureaucrat, dear. I assume she's acting as any functionary would, assigning blame to appear in control. Well, you know the type, surely. Dear me, I wish I knew. But, actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you, and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. Certainly, of course. If you help me uncover who's responsible, I will gladly open this door. Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the plan favor us against long odds.
May all your endeavors add to the equation. Patrol's back, I hear. Don't see Auntie's being too disrespectful.
Our Earth Directorate friend. Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here while you were away. Understand you've met?
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time. Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here, and I have deemed it wise to investigate further. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. I appreciate even your hesitant support. Now, I believe you had an update for Initiate Alva.
You've examined the launch records, yes? What did you find? Well, I'd certainly hoped they'd exonerate me, but somehow I'm unsurprised they bear signs of falsification. Believe I'm starting to see a pattern. But listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. Suppose they fuel my fervent imagination. But still, even the most junior scientician knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? Now, what you uncovered appears to imply two further avenues of inquiry. A Zyranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it there.
I expect the Zyranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit. All right. There. I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible party.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
Alva's been here for how many years? I never
Circumstances proceed toward intended results.
Svoboda sure has it out for that initiate. Guess I would too if Alva had killed a bunch of my colleagues.
Take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Confronting threat.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Fortified.
Come back. Hey, got a distraction for you.
Finally, a favorable happenstance. After I became stuck in here, those organisms appeared, all hungry-eyed and slavering profusely. The door jammed. Not sure how. Worked perfectly acceptably earlier. Lockdown and my clumsy fumbling triggered a precautionary security setting. I can't reset it from here, and I'm not particularly enamored of being closed in. Depends on your level of moxie and know-how, I suspect. Let me think. You could try jimmying the door open if you have engineering expertise. Or, I don't know, engage in a routine advanced physical regime. Otherwise, the safety reset is in a wall panel around the corner, though that seems a bit boring for a dynamic sort like you. Of course, apologies. I extrapolate solutions when I'm nervous. Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you, a heroic individual who is handy with doors? Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. Strange question, but yes, all commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open floor panel in the back of the room, actually. Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some commands from operations. Not sure which ones. Based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd say they either barely knew what they were doing or were in a rush, or both. I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the explosion occurred, I rushed here to check my terminal. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and rushed inside. Works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I had time to watch serials and read all day. Well, that's about everything I know about everything. Let you be on your way. Careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
Confronting threat. Entering a confrontational state.
Factor's been in there a while now. Perhaps this conundrum is approaching a solution.
Something about that Alvin doesn't square. And she called me sad. I'm not sad. Just for the record.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
Ah, yes. Suppose you'll do.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
Oh, hello, dear. Why, we were just talking about you.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation, downstream outcomes, and such and the like.
You know how the Order is, always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. Svoboda has clearance, but not the know-how. I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party, so I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Her possible involvement notwithstanding, Constance Svoboda is an Order proctor, and I cannot abide her cold-blooded murder. Especially by someone we clearly know so little about. You are far more capable than some back Manufactory button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the endpoint. I must admit, I'm not entirely sure. The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda. I cannot be party to this, but neither shall I stand in your way.
A wise calculation, my friend. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer for. Let's go see that she does.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything. Before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
Wait, you can't possibly believe this balderdash. This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and bunco. An elaborate song and dance from an admitted imposter.
Enough, traitor. You made your play. You lost. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
Would have been nice to perform that search before there was a corpse in the room, but takers and choosers.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look. This space used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors. The Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy, the calculations and intrigue. Been trying to tell myself I didn't miss it. But in action, I fear, ill suits me. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. Believe my specific skills could benefit your efforts as well. I propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Affirmative. Engaging standby protocols.
Excellent. Well then, I am quite ready to leave this place.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. I recognize you've done right by us here today, and I appreciate your efforts.
Mobilizing. Torpificator at ready status.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Enemy moving into harm's way. Trust me.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander. Commander, watch your vitals!
Stun weapon ready, Commander. Either they have squatters or their decorators should be shot. Or both.
Unfriendly nearby.
If I ever manage to make it out of this barrel!
Sounds like he's fighting for his life.
Everything must become nothing before it can become everything.
Oh no, it's... No! There was Zyranium on my hands. Why didn't I wash them first? Thanks for the preposterously laden fight.
Sorry about you melting, dear.
Cowards! You've never bested me with that subterfuge! Unhand me, and I'll show you how a true acolyte fights!
This place used to be a thriving hub of experimental...
Law. You can bet this is the work of those cultists we tangled with outside. But what's the game from butchering a bunch of scientists?
can hear those wriggly little blue fingers of yours. Bring them close so we can chop them off.
.36 cubed divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by, is it 30 or, oh, hello.
Yes, based on your presumed body weight, I'd say multiplying by 30 is correct.
I was unaware that Victor, that is, Archivist Clemens, requested aid. Did he? I hope you're here to help regardless. That would be nice. Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. And not his normal agitation, mind you. This is something different. Much worse. He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. Either he is still below, continuing said work, or he is quite dead. And with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't fancy his odds. 3 days ago, the range was inundated with fiends. Cultists, I believe. I am unaware if they're immensely foolhardy or simply mad, but they've caused no shortage of destruction. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. Oh, there's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized N-rays. It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We have an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate. The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. Visible or not, the cultists still give off N-rays. It was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there behind the screen to get anywhere near it. Don't worry. I'll just be here, in my deepening puddle of blood. Is that you, Presiding Bishop? I'm sorry, I haven't had time to clean up. It's so hard to get bloodstains out of our uniforms. Oh, Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones sliding out of my body.
Damage, Commander.
Look there, on the counter. Reckon it's the N-ray scanner that scientist was on about.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Hasten their demise.
Nice job, Commander. Seems that scanner really did the trick.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work.
Ready to wait. On your command.
Proceeding to attack.
It's a comm device, but I don't recognize the technology. Might be something these cultists use for encryption.
You cannot remain here. Complication after complication befalls this facility, and death stalks its halls. It was all well and good to end those cultists' suffering, but that was but the barest tip of the danger present in this facility. I implore you to depart. I have nothing to say. You're here to stop me. But if I'm stopped, the consequences will be exponential. Oh, I don't expect people like you or Augustine to understand. My work is humane and must be finished. All else is secondary. You must remove yourself from the range. I don't want your blood on my hands, but I will spill it if you force me. No, don't you understand? If my work is forestalled in any way, so many more will suffer. And I am already much too far behind. I have been forced to enact measures for self-defense in the wake of these cultists. They will serve just as effectively against you. I beg you, leave immediately. Remain, and you will assuredly suffer a violent demise.
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as I get the explosives in time. But if we fail to act, the order will be lost forever. Collateral damage was always inevitable, Victor. You knew this. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, you know what must be done. But I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly more suffering for all parties involved. We need those explosives now, Victor. Let's finish this.
Hostiles, Nick. Who has isolated you from my hand? How dare you hamper my...
Ready to waste. On your command.
Yeah.
Hit the broadside of a freighter. Over here.
Rehole in the head.
the sad little sprat in his corrugated metal cage.
Why don't you unlock the door and come out?
Threat detected.
Mobilizing.
Sorry, ain't ready yet.
Taking the fight out of them. Mitigating the threat.
You, friend of friends, are a greater ally than many number of fellow scienticians. I hardly believe my eyes. I didn't think I would be leaving this room with all of my innards within. I see you possess our N-ray scanner. Damn that Victor, and damn his hubris. Fitting that his experiment would cause so much strife that he would be untouched by the ensuing pandemonium. Pardon my excitement. It's been an eventful day. I don't know the specifics, only that Victor was performing a procedure utilizing processed N-rays. When those cultists flooded the range, they damaged the N-ray canisters. In the ensuing chaos, Victor's experiment was destroyed. Some cultists were killed, but many more still live, moving unseen through the range. Because he refused to follow procedure. He didn't take an assistant or allow anyone to see his data, and now it's all consigned to oblivion. What a waste. There's no such thing as invisibility. The cultists are out of phase. Also, I strongly recommend against exposing yourself to processed N-rays. Most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure, and according to past experiments, those that haven't are experiencing accelerated organ liquefaction. But if you're not a master of the solid state of your organs, I suppose it might be nice to be less visible for a few hours. Although it requires further investigation and experimentation, out of phase refers to a shift in the dimensional presence of these cultists. They are physically here, but only partially, hence their unseen state. Fascinating. But the outstanding fear for my life has made it difficult to think scientifically. Oh, believe me, this is more excitement than I ever wanted. I shall.
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Yeah.
I cannot believe this. How many times must I say only death lies ahead? Observe. You have been persistent. That is over. Please.
Yeah.
You, my entreaties were never going to pierce your stubborn will. Not when we spoke before, not when you reached my traps. I should have guessed. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. Don't try to distract me. If DeVries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the Order shall find its way to truth. Want has nothing to do with it. I have very specific instructions on how to proceed in the face of contingencies such as yourself. And you cannot possibly understand whether I am or am not capable of martyrdom. You do not know my depth of character. You read my terminal. I cannot. No. I deny what you're saying. Whatever my personal feelings, the Order's success is more important. You're not with the Order. You cannot understand why this would be. Could I explain, the words would be lost on you.
I beg to differ. I'd likely understand any analytical or theoretical justification you claim to have better than you do, scientician.
I heard tell of an Order operative recently being spotted in the field. A legendary figure who'd been absent for years. One who'd be eminently capable of understanding the difficult decisions that must be made for humankind's ascension. That's you, isn't it? The endpoint?
You are correct, Victor. I am the endpoint, and I am well equipped to understand your reasoning, should it be sound.
Very well. I can spare words with you. Explain my perspective. It won't prevent me from doing what I must. If the Order is not prevented from reaching its true potential and solves the universal equation, all scientific uncertainty and any associated suffering will end. Enough! You're clearly trying to deceive me, but I shall delay my action no further!
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
My fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Swear I can't lie low for 20 years without everything in the Order falling apart. Well, suppose we better head to the monastery now, yes?
Got a bad feel about this line, hon.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return?
Law. I haven't seen this many folks crammed together since Recon Libations Night at the Thruster.
Predetermined order to the
Smell
entire
what I'm saying, too.
We can predict it down to a decimal point.
Grand Architect! Agent! Oh, thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My Seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. Peace talks? Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're happening. Representatives of Auntie's Choice in the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious and unforeseen ways. No? How grand! Then we are already in alignment. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their efforts will be concentrated there. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
I assure you these traitors haven't factored us into their equations.
The one Wiley designed.
Are you sure that rope can support us?
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than occupied weight. Probably.
Someone just came up via the lift. It must be unlocked. Void it all. I told him he wasn't going to make it. Is this why Wiley's oath spared him?
Wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst.
Reckon the Order teaches this flair for the dramatic to all their seers? Or is he a special case?
Motion the future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your minds. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution. Those outside the Order and some simpletons.
Enemy approximating in our vicinity, Command.
Curious.
Nice.
Proceeding to attack. Findings
No need to convert.
Give the word and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander. Standing by to stupefy. Damage, Commander.
Hey, got a distraction for you.
Assessment.
Personnel. Purification in progress. They're benumbed.
Those junction boxes look familiar. The N-ray scanner should show how they're wired.
another one. Damn it.
Find that problem.
I'm focusing on a procedure.
Do try to limit further damage.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. And dip me in. Help me out. We're taking
Time for a quick dip.
Huh. I'd have expected better cable management from the owner.
Architect's perspiring brow. If you try to cite the fourth pillar to me one more time...
Armed conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic imperative.
Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist. I must have just imagined reading Alfred Long's 75 thesis on determinism then.
Anchorites, be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic. Oh dear. Perhaps I should have explained what an anchorite is.
As your friend has correctly determined, we are anchorites, here by choice. This is where we conduct our divine calling, debating scientific precept and theory. Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief. And how do you predetermine the harm of action against the harm of inaction?
We make those estimates all the time. That's the whole reason we employ seers.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate.
I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Exemplar Kwong. Second edition, not the first. That's important.
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation theory. You should be able to locate both pieces of scholarship in the scriptorium. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to.
Good for him. About time someone put theory into application.
What my colleague means is Landon Wiley is among our most gifted and dedicated seers. Whatever actions he's taken must be in service of the plan. I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing to hear. But as we in the Order like to say, the plan actuates by deliberate means. Let us hope this conflict resolves itself soon. You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. Chapter 47 is a real treat. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer, but do take care with it, especially around the bath. We lose more good books that way.
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact. Why do you ask?
Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty. Consequently, all efforts should be made to close it.
Oh, yeah? And how'd she react?
Well, she hasn't returned, so perhaps she didn't like the answer we gave. Happens more often than you'd think.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you to exclude us from any remote drama. You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. Chapter 47 is a real treat. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer, but do take care with it, especially around the bath. We lose more good books that way. Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with the research.
Mobilizing. Follow the plan. Consider self-preservation a priority. Go for fortification.
Easy on the actuators. I knew you had my back.
I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got, and it sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice, but at 73 years of age, I have enough self-respect that I shouldn't be picking up another body's lavation towels. Still, ain't as bad as it was in Auntie's case. But that don't mean it's good. I just ask you folks to remember that there's
Investigating hostile intentions.
your numbers.
Knocking them down. Mitigating the threat.
Hit the broadside of a freighter. I'm the one you need to worry about.
this is quite modest. Very simple and austere. Can hardly guess who lives here. Did the abbot take a vow of resplendency?
Instructor, of course. Bishop Bassar has failed this order as its preeminent luminary. And without our intervention, she would make peace with the primitive minds of Auntie's choice. This must be prevented, whatever the cost, or humanity's ascendance will be forestalled by centuries, if not millennia. Stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
All right, what's the call, Commander? The Seer's already proven willing to kill for his cause. I think these folks aren't long for this world if we don't help.
Entirely depends on your priorities. My former department would say keeping on mission is of paramount importance. But I no longer think I agree.
Seer was right about one thing. We wouldn't be very good Earth Directorate agents if we just left them to die.
Like the cut of your jib. Hard way it is, then.
Praise high probability. Wiley dropped it here. He lets the motor go.
Let me guess. That safe won't open until we solve this puzzle. Seems like stacking the deck for a predictable behavior analysis.
I have a growing suspicion the Seer's been overindulging in aether-wave cereals.
Enemy in vicinity.
The rift's added an exotic probability to my typical predictable polynomials.
Provocator is charged.
Knew you had my back.
Cautiously toward target.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Combatant dead. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Balancing the equation.
Ratcheting.
Taking shelter.
Vitals are in the red, Commander. Hostilities are afoot. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Oh, okay. A bit slow moving, but it's something. I haven't encountered this much of a waste of time since I tried programming Val to understand sarcasm.
See? Didn't I tell you our friend would be back? Hurry! Disable the contract machine!
That was the right call, but we've no time left to waste.
Thank you, stranger.
Conceivably. Ready to waste them. On your command.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Present coordinates yield diminishing return.
Do try to limit further damage, Commander. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
An inevitable outcome. Balancing the
Resorting to violence. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Torpificator at ready status. Yeah!
Let me know when you need it a stretch.
Do try to limit further damage, Commander.
I'm the one you need to worry about. Hey, got a distraction for
Combatant scan.
Apparatus empty.
Torpificator is charged. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Adversary vulnerabilities.
Let me know when you need it a...
Spy move! I have a fix on their weaknesses. Come back and observe.
take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Combatant stand. Target analyzed. Investigating hostile intentions. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Torpificator at ready status. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Who doesn't appreciate a good orrery? Worthless people, that's who.
So Clemens and Svoboda's killer arrives. So much of our plan ruined because of your meddling. Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages delayed you just long enough for me to complete my work. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station's security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything. I trust you're not implying something untoward between us.
Don't worry. We already know DeVries ain't got a heart that could spare two beats for anyone. And you seem awful frugal in that regard, too.
The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. DeVries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation. In my day, we did these things with considerable more efficiency and panache.
And who are you, exactly?
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
The endpoint. No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your mess. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the architect's computational summary are you on about? This proves nothing, except your willingness to trespass into other people's correspondence, and Joseph's inability to express himself clearly in the written form. I can't conceive of a reason why my survival should matter to you.
I was just wondering the same question myself.
However, as a matter of professional curiosity, let's entertain the hypothetical. I stand down. Then what? And here I was almost persuaded you had an actual plan. No more talking, Agent. It's time I deliver my last prediction to you, personally.
Ready to wait. On your
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Locking them down. Mitigating the threat. Taking cover!
Lights flashing before my eyes, Commander! Revive me!
Combatant. Combat lost. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Have a fix on their weaknesses. Suffered extensive damage, Commander. Check your scopes for combat. Standing by to stupefy. Impact variable. Combatant scanned. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Replenishing mechanism.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Kill this outlier!
Lay down.
Re-engaging!
I would not refuse medical support.
Appreciate a little help, Commander. Got my lab coming, huh? Not getting up without help, Commander!
Knew you had investigating disturbance. Clarifying unanticipated findings. Reacquiring target.
Let me know when you needed a stretch. Commander, watch your vitals! Not walking this off. Stand me back up.
Verifying fix for the outlier's location. Compounding gains. Taking cover.
Now that that's done with, we should hurry and pull whatever info we can from the Sears terminal.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged, however, though the code, yet we must act.